Welcome, folks. So glad you are here. And thank you to Toby on our tech team for playing that video. All right. It is a day. What is this? November. So this is a Sandy only day. We thought Pat might be able to make it, but she's not quite able to make it from New York. Sorry, I'm still adjusting things. This is not Pat next to me. This is the computer, so I can see you all on Facebook who are joining us. So welcome, I'm Sandy O, and we're doing a song today that does have a part that Pat sings, but she will have to teach it to you another time. And yes, I love that comment from Shireen here in Zoom saying, thank you, fabulous tech team. I do want to thank our tech team, especially on a day like this when it's just all me putting it all together. They are just wonderful, not just on tech, but also for the moral support. Like, I was running late and they were all like, it's good, you're fine. Every single one of them said that. So let's give a great big thank you to our tech team. Today we've got Radha, we've got Toby, Marcy, Moria, and Paula here. And Alice is also part of our tech team and is sometimes on as well. And welcome to folks who are joining us on Facebook Live. You are welcome to come join us up here in Zoom if you'd like. There's a link at the top of your post. And oh yeah, I see. You can't see the guitar at all when it's that close. All right. Let's see if I can get you a little more guitar. Maybe. Not yet. Almost. Okay, so it does need to be that far back. Well, there it is. Maybe. And that's just the sound of my guitar hitting the computer. Okay. Not the best setup today, but we'll figure it out. So we're doing a song that I wrote before I was even performing with Pat. And so the story of the song is not about Pat. This is a breakup song. And this is not anything about Pat. So just put that to rest right away as first outs. And as you'll see, there's two sets of lyrics with chords that are available for you. I see if I move back a little bit more, you'll see more guitar. I'll just hit everything as I move. Because I've got a guitar that's tuned not in standard tuning. You'll see on that link at the top of your post, folks who are joining us on Facebook. There's a link to chords and lyrics to the song, both playing the way I play them, capo 3, with one string tuned down a half step. I'll tell you about that after we sing through it. And then there's also chords in standard tuning, so you can play it on your guitar on any instrument in the world. So it's called Nikki and Carrie. Make sure I can play it in my little tight space here. I'm trying to get my hands near everything. You be Nikki, and I'll be Carrie. We will smile when we see each other. We will only say good things to other people about each other. But I say bad things and I say mean things, 'cause that is how I feel. And you look angry, you seem unhappy. Is that how you feel? You be Carrie, and I'll be Nikki. We'll give each other the space we need, as if we are living in two houses with sunny gardens on a tree-lined street. But we are living in a small apartment in a crowded city on a tiny island. So I sang this song, you sang your song, and we have found that we understand. We need something, a new beginning, a new ending. They say the truth will set you free. Kind of like that. So this is a song I wrote a long, long time ago. And I didn't really play it until like yesterday. And then I did your chord charts today. So I might have gotten it all just the way you needed it. But I may not have. You know, we don't know yet. And we will find out. So, yes, it is quite heartbreaking. Gail says feels quite heartbreaking. And Carol says definitely a long time ago. Yeah, for sure it was. And Leanie is with us, David and Leanie from Hollywood, Florida. So nice. So nice to have you there on Facebook. Thanks for joining us. So let me tell you about this tuning that I'm playing in. And I know that folks who are not playing guitar don't love this moment, but I will say it anyway. So I used to play an instrument called the lute. And the lute is from the Renaissance era and all the way through the Baroque era and started in the medieval era, in fact. So it was around a long time. And it's tuned quite similarly to a guitar, except that there's one difference. On the guitar, there are intervals of fourths on your strings, and there's also an interval of the third. And on a lute, it's the same thirds and fourths and 1/3, but the third is in a different place. So if you're going to play along with me, you're going to need to tune your G string down to an F sharp and then put your capo on. All right. And Kathy's saying, yes, it was a long time ago. It says 2001. I may have written it that year. Maybe, I guess I did write it that year. So, yeah. But let's talk about singing it first, since that's really what lots of people do. So it does have a bridge. Doesn't really have a chorus, but it has like verses with 2 parts. So I think we'll just start it from the beginning. And we'll sing some, and then we will talk about guitar parts, and then we will sing some more. So we'll just start from the beginning, and we'll sing that verse part. Let's see. And Moria's putting the lyrics in the chat there, and it looks like Paula's putting stuff on Facebook. Thank you for that help. We love that. So we'll start at the beginning with those guitar chords. 1, 2, 3, 4. You be Nikki, and I'll be Carrie, and we will smile when we see each other, and we will only say good things to other people about each other. So that's sort of the first part of the verse. So some things you might notice about it are that it pretty much holds one note for a long time. You be Nikki, and I'll be Carrie. You know, that's just very little change in the notes. And I think that now that we've done we've been having a wonderful couple songwriting classes during this pandemic time. If I had to explain why, I think it's because you know how it is when you're in a situation that's not good and you're keeping yourself compressed. That is actually how it felt. Like, let's just pretend, right? And that pretending has an emotional toll, which came through in this song with those single notes, pretty much staying on the same note. And so it's just got a little bit of changes. And Nikki and Carrie were this couple who seemed like everything was perfect with them at the time that I was in this terrible not terrible, but it became terrible relationship. So we'll do that one more time. So you'll see your notes don't change very much. 1, 2, 3, 4. I should check the notes there. Describes the tension of the situation so well, says Moria. Thank you. All right, we'll start at the top with those guitar chords. 1, 2, 3, 4. You be Nikki, and I'll be Carrie. We will smile when we see each other. We will only say good things to other people about each other. So I think you have it. And then it breaks, of course. It breaks out. Thanks for the hugs, Radha. I kind of don't mind remembering something because my life is so much better now. It's kind of like not bad to remember something that didn't work. So the next section, breaks, is where I stop lying. So the chords get a little bit harder, like I strum them harder. And we sing a little bit louder. So let's go into that part. It's going to be but I say bad things. 1, 2, 3, 4. And I say bad things. And I say mean things. 'Cause that's how I feel. You look angry. You seem again. But I say bad things, and I say mean things, 'cause that's how I feel. You look angry, you seem unhappy, is that how? So it still has a lot of the same notes, except that a couple of them break through, and that is kind of what I needed, right? And harmonizing an octave up. Wow. Oh, harmonizing or an octave up. I see, that was a question. Let's see. So Jim is on Facebook and said fascinating about the lute. Yeah, the lute was a very cool instrument to play. I played it for many, many years. I actually almost got a master's degree in it. Like, that's how serious and interested I was. But I did feel like I didn't love singing the lyrics from the 15 and 1600s because they really didn't have a lot of enlightened things to say about women. And so I was like, this isn't really going to work for me. So I think I better write my own songs where I can say what I want to say. So let me check with you all. Are you good on the tune on part 1 and part 2 of that song? Cool. Really nice. Wonderful. Wonderful. So I guess let me talk a little bit about guitar for a moment, and let me see what I can do about getting you more of the guitar. Okay. So like I mentioned, I'm playing in this lute tuning, which means that I have tuned down my G string, which is your 3rd string from the top. I'm tuned it down to an F sharp, okay? And I put a capo on it. So all of the shapes look a little bit different. But they're sort of classic Sandy. Is anyone playing along with me before I bother doing this? Anyone playing with my shapes? Yes. Okay, great. Anyone playing in standard tuning, so I know whether to talk about that? Yes, good. Okay, great. Great. Okay, so this is classic sort of Sandy stuff where we're going to keep as many notes ringing as we can because I really like that sort of, it makes nice harmonies and it just keeps this sort of, this sound going in a way. So anyway, your first chord that you're going to play, only these 2 fingers, right? But because I've tuned this string down, It gives us that really neat note, really interesting note. And then I can make that slide. Whoops. And I've left the top 2 strings open. And again, my next chord, same strings are ringing. So I've labeled it some kind of version of E, and then a C sharp, and an A. Lots of, and of course I didn't think about pulling them up so I could tell you all those names I said, but there are things like a B4, right? It just doesn't have a third in it. It has a fourth in it. Can't get my fingers around the C sharp minor in my tuning. Okay, no, but David, if you're playing standard tuning, you're playing a different sheet. You're playing from a different sheet of lyrics and chords. So there's 2 sheets of lyrics and chords. One says lyrics and chords in G, and that's what you want, David. That's standard. That's why you're doing standard. Okay, so play, and I have a C sharp minor in the G. We'll see. I'll have to find that. That sounds like I might have not given you the right chord name there. There's definitely a C sharp minor in the tuning if you're playing along with me at capo 3 in lute tuning. So let me get to standard in just a minute. But I know that Lynn is playing in this tuning, the lute tuning. Yeah. And then you have options. That's one option for, and then you just slide around. There's no A add 9 this time. There are lots of add 9s, Radha. They're just not necessarily an A. I can't remember what notes they are. I'll have to look on my computer. So, okay, good. David says there's a G5 add 9 in standard. Okay, good. Let's look at standard. Let me put this guitar somewhere and pick up Pat's guitar. Okay, so standard tuning. And the difference there, so it's a G chord, like a normal G you would play, like anyone would play, but I move this finger over to the 3rd string to get that. Let me see. And I still try to do the Sandy thing of leaving these 2 fingers down on everything so that it all rings, right? Here's your G, here's your E minor, here's your C, and here's your D in standard. I will have to get myself the chord chart for all of those. Marcia says E5 add 9 is classic Sandy. Let's go back to singing a little bit and then we'll come back to guitars again. You know, when we had Greg on last Sunday, which feels like yesterday, when we had Greg on, Greg was doing a tuning called C9 tuning. And I don't know that anyone else uses lute tuning, but I guess we will find out. So we sang both parts of the verse, and let's go to, let's sing verse 2, those same two parts, part 1 and part 2 of verse 2, and then we'll go into the bridge, okay? So we'll start with you be Carrie and I'll be Nikki. 1, 2, 3, 4. You be Carrie and I'll be Nikki. We'll give each other the space we need, as if we are living in 2 houses with sunny gardens on a tree-lined street. But we are living in a small apartment in a crowded city on a tiny is the same as we've sung. Let's make sure I'm not missing anything that you all are asking. Okay, great. Thanks for reposting lyrics for folks who just joined us. Thanks for folks who are getting the chords and the lyrics on Facebook. Thanks to Paula from our tech team. And folks who are joining us on Facebook, you're welcome to join us on the Zoom. In the Zoom room, there's a link at the top of your post. Folks who are watching on YouTube after the fact, we're so glad to have you here. Please come join us any Sunday. So, can we do the second I used to feel free through the Oz again? Great question. I think the fret placement in the bridge section in Sandy's tuning are reversed. We will figure that out. It's very possible I was working quickly, as I often am. Okay, so the second I used to feel free. So let's do it from that you feel stifled, because I kind of have to start somewhere. I want to start with the phrase 1, 2, 3, 4. You feel stifled in this concrete jungle, and I feel stifled where I used to feel free. Yeah, I used to feel free. We can do that one more time for you if you need it. Let's find out. Yes, okay. From the You Feel Stifled. 2, 3, 4. You feel stifled in this concrete jungle, and I feel stifled where I used to feel free. Yeah, I used to feel free. Yeah, yeah. Let's see. Does that make sense, singers who are learning that part? Yeah, I was looking at folks who had asked, you're good on that part? Love it. Okay. Let's check in with Lynn about my fret placements in the bridge section. Yeah, actually what I realized when I was playing it through, here's what happened with chords. I was working quickly, as I often am. Not because I don't love you and want to give you good chord charts, but yeah, kind of because there's always a lot going on. And I do want to give you good chord charts. However, I wanted to prioritize the chord chart that wasn't in my strange tuning so that people, it would be more accessible. And so then the one that was in my strange tuning happened next after that. So for that part, what I neglected to tell you about is that you can play your E minor way up here, which it's the old 12th fret, where you probably have a dot. So you can play it way up here, and then you can slide down to 5 frets above your capo, then 2, and then 7 frets above your capo. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yep, 7. So that might be why it's a little confusing. So in that section for the second part of verse, up at your 12th fret dot, 5th fret, 2nd fret, 7th fret. So I didn't give you those chords is my point. But so what you could play instead is what I gave you before. The same chord, so it looks like a C sharp minor shape, and then an A shape, F sharp minor shape, and your B4. Does that makes sense? Everybody's like, what are you talking about? I think Lynn and I will probably talk about it in the chat, in the hang afterwards. Is that okay, Lynn? Because it's a lot of chord. It's a lot of chordness. It is totally.
If you don't mind me very quickly asking, the open sounding chords that you have charted just in that bridge section, they seem to work, but you have the A6 sustained at the 7th fret and the B at the 5th, and I think that should be reversed.
You're absolutely right. You're absolutely right.
G, A, B up the neck, right?
You're absolutely right. Thank you. I will fix that. Thank you. Right on. All right. And great. Okay, so what else do we have? Guitar brain went out the window on that one. Yeah, it's a guitar brain out the window kind of thing. So then we're getting to the bridge, right? Okay. So let's go into the bridge from the free part. Same place. You feel stifled in the concrete jungle. 1, 2, 3, 4. You feel stifled in this concrete jungle, and I feel stifled where I used to feel free. Yeah, I used to feel free. Yeah, Oops, sorry. They say the truth will set you free, yeah, but only after it makes you bleed. Oh, truth set me free, yeah, 'cause I'm not afraid, not afraid to bleed. I'm not afraid to bleed. So it goes. Let's see. All right. It starts on that chord that kind of comes out of nowhere. They say the truth will set you free, yeah, but only after it makes you bleed. Oh, truth set me free, yeah, 'cause I'm not afraid, I'm not afraid to bleed. I'm not afraid to bleed. Is that making sense, singers? Is that making sense? Yeah, okay, good. You all are so good. That's lovely. So then we just have the end of the song, and then we can go back once more. Okay, no problem. Yeah, and Marcy's saying maybe someday we'll have the technology to do group singing in real time. Yeah, that would be lovely. Caroline says a complex haunting song. Thank you, Caroline. Let's see. Okay. And thank you for posting things on Facebook there, Paula. That's great. All right, so one more time from the They Say the Truth, right? Yep. 1, 2, 3, 4. They say the truth will set you free, yeah, but only after it makes you bleed. Oh, truth will set me free, yeah, 'cause I'm not afraid, folks who needed a repeat of that. Let me see. Repeat of the bridge. Good or otra? Oh, I see. Maybe gone at the moment, the requester. So we'll come back to that. So then there's just one more verse and going to the end. So let's do that last third verse and go through the end, which the end just kind of hits back into the bridge section for a little bit. Oh, I see. Gotcha. So did that work, that repeat that you requested? Yes. Great. Wonderful. Okay, so the last verse, which is, I sang this song and you sang your song. Right, here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. So I sang this song, and you sang your song, and we have found that we understand. We need something, a new beginning, a new ending. They say the truth will set you free. Like that. Good? Okay. Great. Thank you for letting me know. And feel free to put a question if you have one in the Zoom chat. Otherwise, I'll just say a little bit about this song. And thank you. Lynn wrote, have always loved this song. Thank you so much. And I can say a little bit about this song and then we can sing it one more time through. Just checking on Facebook. Okay, great. Yes, thanks Paula for posting everything there. So again, this is a song from a breakup song that I wrote a long time ago, 20 years ago. And it's on our first CD called 1 times a million equals change. And on that CD, you'll hear Pat singing also. She's got some beautiful harmony parts in the bridges. The bridge and a couple other places, I guess. And it's definitely not about her. She was always like, when we put it out on the CD, she's like, people are going to think that's about me. I was like, no, actually, they're not going to think that because 2001 is when we started performing together and when we got together. So it wasn't about Pat. But it is a bit of an unusual song and we don't perform it. And so it's been nice to get to know it again and learn it again so I could teach it to you all. Yes, right. That's very funny. Okay, so let's just sing it one time through. Again, I'm playing it, and we can talk about chords more in our hang today, although we're going to be celebrating. There's a birthday in the room here, too. Well, I'm sure I will sing something for someone who's on our Zoom who celebrated a really nice, monumentous birthday yesterday. And let's sing this song one more time together, and then I'll let you know what we've got coming up, and then we'll have our hang as well. All right. So from the top, this song's called Nikki and Carrie. 1, 2, 3, 4. You be Nikki and I'll be Carrie. We will smile when we see each other. We will only say good things to other people about each other. But I say bad things and I say mean things, 'cause that is how I feel. You look angry, you seem unhappy. Is that how you feel? and I'll be Nikki. We'll give each other the space we need, as if we are living in two houses with sunny gardens on a tree-lined street. But we are living in a small apartment in a crowded city on a tiny island. You feel stifled in this concrete jungle, and I feel stifled where I used to feel free. Yeah, I used to feel free. Yeah, They say the truth will set you free, yeah, but only after it makes you bleed. Oh, truth, set me free, yeah, 'cause I'm not afraid, not afraid to bleed. I'm not afraid to bleed. So you sang this, I sang this song, you sang your song, and we have found that we understand we need something, a new beginning, a new ending. They say the truth will set you free. There we go. Thanks for singing this one along with me today, folks. Like I said, we don't really perform it that often, but it's really nice to get to revisit it. So let me give you a little bit of update about what we have coming up. Thank you, Moria, for posting that in the chat there. We do have our Songwriting for Everyone classes. That's running on Thursday. Our Wednesday class we have to take a little hiatus on, and we do look forward to starting a Saturday class, probably after in the new year. We've got the School of the Americas Watch Vigil coming up next Sunday, and that's before our Learn a Song session that happens next Sunday. So that's next Sunday, November 21st, School of the Americas Watch Virtual Vigil and Litany. And then next Sunday, we'll be doing another Learn a Song. And then on November 28th, we are singing as part of the UU Church of Urbana-Champaign, and that's early in the morning Pacific time, 8:15 a.m., 11:15 Eastern, so 10:15 Central, as if I am not mistaken. And then also on that day, November 28th, we have the first of our two end-of-the-year celebration concerts. This year, for our Learn a Song, we've been bringing in guests to teach you songs, which many of you know, and we've also been doing concerts at the end of every month with those guest artists. So to celebrate our first year of doing that and the end of 2021, we are going to be having two concerts. One is on the last Sunday in November, which is November 28th, and the second one is on the third Sunday in December 19th. And I'll tell you why about that after. But first, let me tell you about the two concerts. So many of our fabulous guests who came and taught you this session this year are coming back to join us. And our first crowd of them, I know they're so wonderful. Our first crowd of them will be on Sunday, November 28th. And the second group on Sunday, December 19th. Let's see if I can remember who's on which one. Leah Morris in the first one, Maggie Wheeler in the first one, Jean Rowe in the November show as well, Melanie DeMore in the November show, and 2 more who have not been determined yet. And then in our in our Sunday, December 19th show, we've got Greg Greenway, Arne Batson, Reggie Harris, Gina Forsyth, and probably another couple, which I can't remember at the moment because we still are confirming all of that. But stay tuned. I'll get you all that information. And what else do we have going on? Well, that's the big question. So for what goes on for us during the holiday season is that we make homemade yummy treats for you, for yourself, or for you to gift to other people. And we just got that ordering page up on our website. It's it's called Holidays Toffee and Spiced Pecans, something like that. Very obvious. And you can order both our original Sweet Revolution homemade toffee. You can order our spiced pecans. And this season, we are bringing back the orange flavor that we inaugurated for the inauguration. But we've got a new name for it. It's called Irresistible because of all that orange zest that makes it taste delicious. So we've got all of that. We've got original, which are dairy versions. We've got vegan versions. And you can order all of those to be mailed to you for Hanukkah, for solstice, for Christmas, or Kwanzaa delivery. So yeah, that's what we do. Right. Oh, Chris Matthews. Yeah, Chris is going to be in the December concert. And the reason why we're doing our December concert on December 19th is because I'm also part of, once again, the online Kung Pao Kosher Comedy show. My friend Lisa Geduldig is a comic. She's been doing this. This will be the 29th year. It was live for 27 of those years. Last year we did it online. This year we'll be doing it online again. And next year for the 30th, we'll be doing it hybrid live with an online component. So that's happening the last Sunday in December, also known as Boxing Day in the UK. So those are all the announcements. So many announcements. So what are the ingredients of the toffee? It is on the page. You can read all the ingredients, all the info. So, okay, we are going to hang out on Zoom for a little bit, and probably not our longest hang because I still have work to do for our recording. We are putting out 2 new recordings. How could I not remember to tell you that? We're doing a recording of songs that we've written during the pandemic, some of which you've heard in recorded form, some of which you haven't. A few songs you probably almost have never heard because we only played them in concert. And then we're also putting together a compilation CD to celebrate our 20th anniversary together. So that's all going on. That's been a ton of work, but really fantastic work. And if you would like to get all the sneak previews where we put videos and you can hear clips of the songs before they're released, you can hear them in process, you can see videos of all these sweet musicians who come to join us, and other things like what it looks like when we have to be the engineer and the performer ourselves. It's a handful. So that is if you want to become our supporter of the arts on Patreon. And that's that. We thank our tech team, our fantastic tech team once again. Much love and thanks to them. Please come and join us if you're watching on Facebook. Please come and join us in the Zoom room. There's a link at the top of your chat. We look forward to seeing you next week.